Hearts Ignited Paint on Pottery. Now, we're all missing school, we're stuck at home. We have had a ton of field trips, school field trips that's been canceled. So I thought I'd bring the field trip to you. Now, some of y'all already know that we have online to-go pottery, which is pretty cool. And we're able to get those filled in about an hour, so during our open hours, that is. So go online to our website, follow the link. I'll leave a link at the end of this video as well. But today I'm going to walk you through a project that was one of our school field trips. It's our Under the Sea bowl. Now, our cute little bowl, look how darling it is. We did bubbles first, and then we made some seagrass, and I'll show you how to make all these awesome fish. They're really cute. If you hear the quacking behind me, that's my backyard buddies. I have ducks and geese. They'll join the party. We got big fish and small fish, red fish and blue fish. We're even going to do turtles. I'll show you how to do little crabs. And you can make octopus. You can make jellyfish. Yeah. Oh, little starfish even. Okay, so I'm going to go through all the supplies with you. Everything you need is going to be in your to-go kit. So you'll be able to go to our website, order the kit. It's going to come with a bowl. It's going to come with a bunch of colors. We have a bag with all your colors, all your supplies you need. Then we will fire them up. When you're done with the project, you bring them back to us, drop us off. We have curbside pickup and drop off, so you'll be able to drop it back off. We're going to fire it up, and then it'll become nice and bright and shiny like these bowls. Alrighty, you ready to do a project? So everybody's going to get a bowl. Now, it'll come in your kit with everything else, but it'll be in a bag of its very own. Before you take it out of the bag, the first thing you're going to do is wash your hands. We're all washing our hands a whole lot nowadays. Now, the reason we wash our hands is because the oils that naturally happen in our skin can be absorbed by the bisque. And then once oil is in the bisque, it creates a barrier for the paint. The paint might stick today, but when it's fired, there may be an issue. So wash your hands really good, keep them good and clean and dry as best you can during the project. The only time you're going to have messy hands is we're going to be blowing bubbles, and it's going to get everywhere. So the next thing you're going to have in your bag is a cup. Don't lose it. Then we have two big containers of paint. One is blue, and one is more of a teal or green, okay? So the first color is the blue. Leave this color alone. We're going to use the blue first. Now, moms, if you're helping with this, here's a little black pot. Take that away. We're not going to use this till the very end, so take that away. After a little while, we're going to use all these fun colors to make our fish. All right, so the best thing to do is to cover your surface with a towel. I'm just using a beach towel. You can't go to the beach, so why not? Alrighty, so we're going to cover our surface with a towel. That's just because the bubbles will get quite messy. They will splatter a little bit. Now, our paints are non-toxic and they wash off easily with water. Alrighty, so it's getting a little breezy. We're going to see how the bubbles work. So for our first step, we're going to take our little cup and our big pot of blue paint. Now I'm going to tip the camera down a little bit so we can see. Moms may want to help out with this. Alrighty, so we're going to take this blue, whoops, it's bubbling. We're going to take the lid off the blue pot and pour all that blue paint in. Can even grab a little brush and help scoot that paint in. I lost my brush, it blew away. There we go. There we go, help it all in. Now the first thing we're going to do is blowing our bubbles, but we have to mix up our bubble mixture. So we have just the paint from the blue pot poured in. Then we're going to take simple dish soap, okay? We're not going to put in too much, just a bit. Can you see how much is in there? Not a whole lot, that's plenty. And then now, helpful thing on this cup, there is a bottom ridge. There's a section of a bunch of ridges here, and then you have a area without ridges. So you're going to want to fill your cup to this ridge right here with water. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I wouldn't go any further than that. Alrighty, about there. Take the straw you get and stir, stir, stir. And you might want to let that sit a bit. I have found that if we let this sit a tiny bit before we start our, sorry, you can see bubbles going away, huh? Now, we're going to take our bowl and we're going to flip it upside down and place it right on our towel. Now again, these paints are non-toxic, they do not stain, they wipe up easy with water, but it is best to have a towel down. Okay. So, one trick with our paint as we're doing the bubbles, you're going to hold the cup upright. We're not going to tip, okay? It's going to be tempting to want to tip those bubbles out, but let the bubbles come up and flow down the side. Now, as they start bubbling up, you're going to want to move the cup around and keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. Get bubbles on all the sides. It's going to build up and then just stop. Okay, so here we go. Hair back. And remember, blow. Do not breathe in, okay? It doesn't taste good. It won't hurt you, but it sure doesn't taste good. And here we go. Well, you see the bubbles popping already. There we go. That's all you need. Okay, now we're not going to touch it. We're going to leave it just like it is. We're going to let them naturally pop on their own. Now, if you happen, as you're blowing the bubbles, if you happen to see drips, you might need a partner to tell you, hey, you're dripping. Just take a wadded up paper towel. Yes, you need a little paper towel maybe. Just a wee bit of one, and just tap those drippy spots, just so it doesn't get too thick. You can kind of help the bubbles along. Isn't that cool? Now, bam, 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 bam. And that's all you need to do, one time. Now on this flat surface, it's going to be a little more darker, with how the bubbles turn out because they're settling in a flat surface. Now, gently on the edge, and from now on, you just want to hold your bowl like this, okay? Can you see all those bubbles? Isn't that cool? Don't touch it. See, I have a few drips, but that's all right. Now, we're going to flip it over, and we're going to fill up the inside with bubbles. I think I got it full. Alrighty then. What I like is you see the little itty bitty tiny bubbles on the straw, maybe on the side, the foamy ones. I like to tap a few of those here and there. Wow, these bubbles are really staying around, aren't they? Huh? All right. Did y'all get that well? Okay, remember, try not to do drips. Just a little drip, but we can work with drips. All right. There we go. Can you see all those fun bubbles? Those are big ones too. All righty now. Turn y'all up to see me. Okay, so we did our bubbles. Now we need to wait. We need this bowl to dry super good before we do anything else. So guess what? It's snack time. Hey guys, you want some snacks? Come on, let's get some snacks. They're not excited. Wait. Okay, come on. Come on, guys. Here's your crackers. Hey, looky here, guys. Yeah, you know what I got. I know you want some. Come on. Hey, you can't beat that. Painting pottery and feeding your backyard critters. Okay, I would love to see some pictures on you painting your creation. Yes, oh, the geese haven't come up yet. They must have found something somewhere else. Come on, guys. Oh, what? Come on. Come on. Okay, stay tuned. I'll be right back. Okay, time for our next step. We're going to make our seagrass. Okay? That's the only thing we're doing right now is our seagrass. And remember those two colors that were in the big pots, the green and the blue? We're going to use the green now. This color is called Jumpin' Juniper. Open the lid, and you're going to have a brush in your kit that you're going to use. I suggest using just an old rag. Doesn't have to be old. It's going to wash out great. Now I'm going to tip the camera down so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Alright, so again, we're going to be doing our seagrass. Kind of threw that one up in the sky. I kind of like them down on the bottom of the ocean floor, alrighty? Look how great the inside of this bowl's turned out to be. Isn't that neat? Okay, so you're going to want to hold your bowl with your fingers like this if you can. If you can't, you can just leave it on the counter, but I like to hold mine so I can turn it. Now as you paint, you're going to have wet paint here and there, so be careful where you're touching. You don't want to get your hands on the wet paint. So we're going to paint right out of our Jumpin' Juniper pot. Now you're going to get a little bit of paint on the brush. You don't want to get it on the metal part. Then you got too much. So this is like a perfect amount. Start at the bottom and just make some little lines. Now, add a little more color on to finish that tip off. Okay, keep reapplying your color onto the brush. Now, as you push your brush down, see how the bristles are bending? You're going to get a fat line. When you pull it up, you're going to get a skinnier line. I just squished all the paint off of there. See how I'm getting a skinnier line? Okay. Throw a little there. You can have a few little sprigs coming up any which way. Go all the way around. Now, you're going to paint this twice. Now, they don't have to go all the way to the top of the bowl, but you can make it come up to the top of the bowl if you want. You're going to get your color on all the way around. Throw some side pieces. Remember, the grass is kind of grow in clumps, so you see how I'm coming from one particular area? Now, if you can figure out how to do coral, that's great. Now, I have a big drip here, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just kind of mask it with some seagrass. Paint some seagrass right over that. Nothing fancy about this. just can't go wrong. But you don't want the paint drippy at all. Okay, and you kind of want the tops of them to come up to a point if possible. I'm going to throw a little sprig right in there. Now leave a bit of space around the bottom that there's no grass, because we're going to paint in some starfish that like to hang at the bottom and some crabs so they can crawl around the bottom. And now you need some extra space for maybe a big fish or two. So make sure there's some big spaces left. We're going to go all the way around. Make it curl and twist. I do like when it comes to a point. Okay, we made it all the way around once, so we're going to paint right over that one more time. So you do 2 coats. It doesn't have to be perfectly on it. It's kind of hard when it's all squiggly like that. But it's best to do it at least twice. Okay, you might even find a new place to put it. But don't do too much, because like I say, you want to have some little space for crabs to crawl around in. Oh, guess what? I have visitors again. Can you hear them? Okay, say we did it twice. Bam! Okay? Then guess what? It's snack time again. I bet they're ready. Let's see, what do you guys want now, huh? Oh my goodness, I got Cheerios. Look, I got Cheerios, guys. Yeah. Oh yeah. My geese buddies might come. Come on, guys. Hurry. Okay, I'm back. My bowl has dried. Actually, I let it dry overnight. You don't have to, but I decided I wanted to let it dry overnight. We have plenty of time. Okay, so today, or when it dries, it'll become pale and chalky. Remember, hold your bowl like this if you can. Try not to handle it too much with your fingers on it, because then you'll smear those bubble spots even though they're dry. Remember again, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands before picking up your bowl. Now, the colors got super, super light. It's what they do when they dry. They get pale and chalky. Now, of course, it's going to come out like this. And it's really hard to see those great bubbles. There you go. On camera. But it does show. Now, today, look how light it's got. Okay, but there is color there, I promise. Remember, this is where we started from. Plain white bowl. So, isn't that cool? Alrighty. Now what you're going to need is a glass of water or a bowl, something to wash your brush off. And you'll need the brush we sent you, and a little bit later you'll need the little tiny liner brush. And of course you'll need all our fun colors. Now these colors are Gare colors. We got so many great colors. We got Blue Haven and Kermit, Orange Peel, which one? This Little Piggy, Old Yeller. All right, let's see what I forget. Oh, we have red. That's our red blaze, that is, and blue eyes. We used blue eyes yesterday. Today we're using Blue Haven. They are all in your mini pack together. Alrighty, let me get my colors out of the way. Those are all colors from Gare. They're simple to use. They generally require 3 coats for a good, solid, even coverage. Today, we're going to do at least 2 coats. We're doing smaller areas, and smaller areas tend to have little thicker coats when we're painting. Now, oh, also, if if you're drinking something like coffee or whatnot, good morning, it's best to keep your coffee away from your rinsing water for your brush, because quite often I will rinse my brush in my coffee and then I'll drink my dirty water. It doesn't taste good, so keep them separate if you can. Some of you have done that if you've painted at home before. Alrighty. Now we're going to think about the fish we're going to paint. I'm going to first show you our simple little blue fish I do. Let's find this bowl. Here we go. Simple little fish here. Parents of younger kids that may not be able to achieve something like this, you can do their fingerprint. Paint some paint on their finger and push it on. Game changer. Add a little tail, and once it dries completely, do the details. Let's see here. Let's start off by doing, like I say, the simple fish. Now a little bit later, you can do other fish. You don't have to do the fish I'm doing. You can do them any color you want. Okay. Yep. Go the right way. I am going to go ahead and do a blue fish. So I'm going to open just the blue pot. Has two little tabs you twist. I really pushed them on tight. Sorry, but I didn't want them to spill. Okay. And I'm going to turn the camera so you can see what I'm doing. All right. I think you can see all that. Now, remember, when you're painting, you don't want to get paint on the metal. You just want to get on the bristles, okay? And just work with one color at a time. If you change colors, that's when you're going to dip it in your water and swish, swish. You'll rinse it out like that. I'll show you once we change colors. So, to do a simple fish, I'm going to throw him up. I'm going to throw him right between these. And he's going to go peeking down. Maybe he's looking at a little crab down there. Going to almost make a teardrop shape. Maybe the shape of what your fingerprint would make. You don't have to make it too big. If you do too many big fish, you won't be able to paint too many fish. So, there's the fish body. And see, I'm just using a wee bit of paint. And it needs a tail, so we make a little triangle. And then fill it in. You like that? Okay, we're going to do it again. Now remember, when you push your brush all the way down, it gets fatter. So you can do that at the very beginning and spread it out. Move slowly. You're in no rush. There's no race to get it done. Okay. And then we'll make our tail. They're swimming in the same direction, it looks like. Okay. That is all we're going to do with that right now. We're going to save all those details for later. Okay, let's change colors. So, we're going to wash our brush out. Dry it on a simple rag. I have just a rag from the closet. It all washes out very easy in the washer. Okay, let's do starfish. So this color here is our old yeller. I didn't show you our old yeller color. So open that pot. For little ones, adults might need to do that. Okay, let's throw a starfish down at the bottom. So we get a little bit on our brush. And, you know, we just make a star. Start in the center, pull it out. And I'm only using the tippy toe of my brush. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can. Some starfish have more than 4 legs. I saw one that had 8 legs. Yours can have as many as you want. Okay, there you go. There's one. Okay, so we're going to wash our brush out. Who wants to do a crab? We'll put a crab right next to that one. Let's see here. Oh, I forgot I have an actual little pot. Okay, so we're going to use the red for the crab. You can use any color you want. Now, how I did my crabs, let's see how they turn out. Oh, there's no crab on that one. Here's one. See? Now, all we're going to do is a little half circle at the bottom, and then we're going to show you how we paint their claws. Okay, a little half circle. Okay, and then fill it in. Can y'all see that okay? I didn't ever think I could paint upside down, but I guess I can. Alrighty, now with our brush, we're going to try to make a little tiny V up here if you want their claws up. So we just go boop, boop. And one over here. Now they're not connected right now, but later when we do our details, we'll connect them, okay? All right, let's change colors. Jellyfish. Those are fun to make. All right, they are very similar, except they don't hang on the bottom too much. Look how dry and pale that is getting. Let's throw a jellyfish over here. Okay, he's kind of a little sideways, so we're going to do kind of a circle. A half circle, that is. Some jellyfish are bigger than others. Who's been stung by a jellyfish? Oh my. The bottom doesn't have to be straight. It can be a little wavy like that. That's all you're going to do. Okay? That's all you're going to do with the big brush, that is. We're going to put the big brush in our bowl of water. Then we're going to use this little tiny liner brush right now. Same color paint. And we're going to just make its tentacles. There you go. Maybe this one's a little longer. And I'm not pushing down, I'm going really slow so the paint flows off of the brush. And you keep adding paint to the brush. Oh, there's my crow. He's going to be a little noisy this morning. Okay, there's the jellyfish. We'll show you the details a little later. Let's see, what? Oh, a turtle. I know you guys want to do a turtle. They're so cute. Close the pink pot. Turtles don't have to be green, but I'm making mine green. Alrighty. Back with our big brush. I'll show you a turtle. There's a mommy and baby turtle there. What you think? Okay. So we're going to do the body first, which is kind of like the shape of your fingerprint. If moms or dads are helping and you're doing fingerprints instead of painting it, you'll do, let's see here, let's throw him over here. Let's put him up high. You'll do kind of an oval shape. I'm going to make this guy big. Kind of an oval shape. Okay. I'll turn my bowl around. Now remember, it's easy to put on more, but it's really difficult to take off some, okay? That's kind of pear shaped, but it will work. Let's see here. I'll use that side for its back. Now, with just a little bit on your brush, you're going to make a head. Turn it around, see if I can do it. And the head is going to be larger at the top and then tapered back. So pull up on that brush for the neck. Okay, that's all you do. You can make it a little bigger if you want. You can kind of have a little pointy nose. I'm just tapping it in a wee bit. Now remember that. Maybe he's coming up for some air there, it looks like. Now I'm going to use that same brush, but I don't want a lot of paint on it for the legs. The front legs come out. I sure hope y'all can see this. The front legs come out this way, kind of like curved. Okay. not too much. And the same on that way. I don't know how this is going to do with me painting it upside down. And here's some back legs. Not as curved, but more long. Okay. And then a little tiny bit on your brush for the tail. With a curve. That is all you're going to do. Okay. Wash your brush off. We're going to let that dry really good. What else do you want to do? Oh, I'm going to show you one of my favorite fish. I like to do him in orange. He's called an Amazon fish. Or at least I call him an Amazon fish. This one's fun. So you're going to paint a box. Okay, have you figured out why I call him an Amazon fish? It's a box. Fish really can be any size or shape you want. So I'm doing the outline first. Okay, and then fill it in. Okay. Then you're going to add a triangle at the back. And fill it in. Okay, I'll show you my Amazon fish on our bowl here. This is my Amazon fish. Cool? Okay. A simple box with a triangle. That's all you're going to do right now. What is another fish you can do? Like our jellyfish. You can make up. I have a angelfish. We'll do him in orange too. But I'm going to put him over here so there's some orange on this side. Now you can barely see my seagrass because it gets pale and chalky when it dries. Don't worry about it. It'll come out in the firing. Okay, an angelfish is a triangle. Okay. I'm really hoping there's no shadows on these so you can actually see what I'm doing. Look, that's a triangle. And then instead of closing it in here, I come about halfway and make just a little arch and fill in the body. That's all we're going to do with that right now. Rinse my brush off. See, look how light the Amazon fish is getting already. Okay, we have turtles, starfish, crabs. You can make your fish bigger. You can make it smaller. Hi. Now, I would love to see some submarines, okay, or scuba divers in there. Oh, one more. I'm going to show you one more. Okay, go back down here. We got to do him in green. Who wants to do an eel? Oops. Okay. Alrighty. Like my eel? You know how to do that? You just do kind of a line with a little squiggling. Alrighty, we're going to have this eel. Let's go over here so y'all can see a little better. We'll have him. This is the head. I'm going to make it a little fatter. Okay. And have him going down like this on the grass. Okay. That's all you do. Now, you're going to paint those one more time. So let them all dry and then go back over them with the same color. Okay. Now once you do it a second time, you let it dry super good. So guess what? Snack time. Let's see what the ducks want for... Oh, they're gone. My geese are here. My cat. She always snacks. Okay, so let it dry real good. Go get a snack. And I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I painted all my fish a second time. All my turtles, my crabs, my starfish, jellyfish, eels. I've painted them a second time and let it dry really good. You want it pale and chalky, of course. Remember, hold it like Wash your hands if you went and had a snack, so wash your hands again. Now, if you are wanting to maybe create something on your own, before painting it, I would take a piece of paper and a pen or pencil and draw out just the shape, not all the detail, just the shape, so you kind of have an idea what you're going to paint first. I tried drawing a scuba guy. I didn't draw him too well. I would have to go look at a picture first. That's the way I work. Okay, oh, we have a goose coming to see my cat. That's going to end well. Actually, they were eating kiwi together yesterday. I guess geese like kiwi. Hey, Kai. No, he's going to be shy. Anyways, back to the show. Anyways, paint your fish a second time, let it dry, then we're going to do detail. Let's see here. I'm going to also have an instruction sheet with some fish shapes, so you'll have that to go by it. The ones I already made. But you can put anything you want. Like I say, I would love to see a submarine. We're going to use our black pot, and we're going to be very careful using black. Once we put black on it, and it smears, it doesn't look very well. Good. So, and it doesn't clean very well off of bubbling. Normal projects, we could scrape it off after it dries, but because we have the bubbling on the background, it's not a good idea to scrape. So we're just going to be very careful. So, we're going, oh, turn it down. There we go. We're going to dip our brush in the paint. Look, I don't have very much color. I'm trying to get, here we go. No, you can't see it. There's too many shadows. I'm sorry. I don't do these too often. I hate being on camera too. Okay, let's start with these blue fish that we already painted. So we're just going to give them an eye, okay, kind of at the top of their head, and a wee bitty smile. Not much. Remember, we're only painting half of their face because the other half is on the other side. That makes sense, doesn't it? Looky there. And especially with the older ones, if they want to do some extra detail, you could kind of toss in a little bit of color here. Not a lot, just some. How about a little fin coming down or fin coming up? Their dorsal fin. Now you can also do these little fins on top in your blue paint, or even another, maybe orange. It could be a gator fish, an orange and blue fish. See, I'm just barely touching it. Okay, giving it some side fin right there. Oh, okay, so we have our crab right here. Really, I'm hoping y'all can see. So our crabs need eyes. So you could do the eyes on the red, but I'm going to do a dot. And one way you can do the dot is use the back side of the brush where there's no bristles. Dip it in your paint and go boop, boop. Okay. And be careful getting that black on your hands, so if you're touching other areas, you're not going to transfer it. And then we're going to just kind of make that go into the eyes. Now the claw, we're going to kind of have it connect to the body, and I might just sort of outline the little V a little bit. Not much, and I'm just using the very tip. Now this is a happy crab, so we're going to give him a smile. Okay, and you know what, I did a smile on my starfish, so let's give him some eyes and a wee bitty smile. I know they don't really have eyes and a mouth there, but it's fun. Okay, how about our jellyfish? Now, same thing. We're going to use the back of the brush to make eyes. Boop, boop. He's cross-eyed a little. He's not bad. And then a little tiny smile there. Okay, and older kids might want to outline. Oh, I don't like that. Maybe like You don't have to do that. I kind of like it without. Let's see here. Yep, this one's much better without. And you see how that crab turned out? Okay. Remember how we're holding our bowl. Oh, let's give a face to our turtle. Now, we don't do a smile for the turtle, but we're going to just tap in some eyes on the side of their head. Boop, boop. They can kind of actually go off there. And I kind of tapped in a little bit of color just for maybe claws. They don't really have claws, but it kind of gives a little extra definition there. One thing I like to do. Oh, great. Now, the neighbor's cat is under my leg. She wants attention, or she wants snack time. Okay, I like to do this on my turtle's back. Okay, cat fight. You got it? Okay, what else do we have? Oh, our Amazon fish. Let me see how I did mine. I always like to refer back to what I did before because I know I liked it. Okay, we're going to give it a big eye right about there. Yep, that's a Chinese one. His eyes are slanted. Okay, that was not meant to be a slur. A little smile. Now, on the one I painted earlier, I made a top fin with the orange and a bottom fin with the orange. And then I went over a little with some little black streaks. But I didn't do that on this one, so I'm going to just sort of draw in some back fin. And it's a hairy Amazon fish. That's about all. You can add what you want. You can give it polka dots. Oh, we have an eel. You know what? Eels are really easy. Where'd my eel go? Yeah, you can give him one eye like he's swimming on the side, or you can give him two. Beep, beep. That's all you do with eels. Super simple. Oh, a little V fish, angel fish. So on this guy, let's see, I got a couple samples. Let's see what I did. Yeah, on this guy here, I did a smile coming up like that. I'm forgetting I'm painting upside down. And a little eyeball. Okay. And I'm going to tap in maybe another little triangle for his side fin. Who can tell me what that side fin's called? And then I just might, oh, you know what? Another triangle. You can do this with the orange or your body color for his tail fin. Following? I actually kind of outlined his body very, very lightly, just simply by almost a dry brush. You can have polka dots too. What do you think? Okay, I didn't do too many on here. I think there's a room for a submarine right there. Let's see what you can figure out. Okay. So that is our under the sea bowl. Cat bite. Now, to recap, we're going to wash our hands every time we go away from the table and come back. First thing we're going to do is our bubbles. Okay, we're going to blow our bubbles, let everything dry really good. Then we're going to come back with our teal, our jumping juniper color, and do seagrass. We're going to paint that twice. Let it dry real good. Have a snack. Come back. And then we're going to do our fish and crabs and jellyfish and all those fun things. We're going to paint the bodies twice. Anything we do in the color, we're going to paint it twice. And then we're going to take our little tiny brush and fun. We'll give them eyes and smiles and any kind of details you want. One thing I mentioned about making dots. Super easy. Use the back of your brush. I use the back of this tiny brush, but you can use the back of your regular brush. Dip it in paint and then dot. Okay, so that's one way to make easy dots. Now I got paint on my hand. I need a wash. Okay, so we're going to let this dry super good. After you're all done, paint. Have mom for the little one, dad, aunt, uncle, older sister, brother. Paint your initial on the bottom. I'm going to initial mine. I'm going to use the black with a little liner bottle. This is so when we fire them, I know it's your piece. So my initials are, I always do N, J. One time's okay to do with the brush. I make my J into smiles. That might be backwards, the way you see it. I'm not sure. Okay, so initial your piece, let it dry super good. Then put it back in the bag that it came in. And when you get a chance, drop by the studio during our hours. You might need to check our website or Facebook to see if things have changed with all this going on. And for those of you who want to order the kits, everything comes with it. You can go to artsignited.com and follow a link to order. They're going to be called Under the Sea Bowls. It'll be Under the Sea Bowl kit. Probably at the very bottom. I haven't put them up yet. But if you have any questions, concerns about where to find them, go to Facebook. We'll have a direct link to it. Okay, and you bring them back to us when you're all finished. We're going to fire them in our kiln. Takes 7 to 10 days, and then we'll give you a text when it's ready for pickup. They're all going to be bright and shiny and fun, and then they're food safe. You can use them. These are great ice cream bowls during the summer, cereal bowls, whatever you want bowls. Okay, so if you have any questions, give us a holler. Have fun painting. Like I say, you can paint outside, inside, upstairs, downstairs in the we don't have basements here. Don't go to the basement. There ain't none in Florida. Alrighty. Have fun painting.